Good morning, Death. What a lovely day to be alive, wouldn't you say? Ready for another busy week in the afterlife? Oh my, busy may have been an understatement. Evidently, your sorrows have been working overtime. Oh my, really? Wow, that is truly unprofessional. Now, Death, we talked about this. Try not to lose your temper again. Maybe it's about time your subordinates showed you some respect. Well, you know what they say. If you want things done right, it's best to do them yourself.
Greetings, new recruits, and welcome to our first ever gameplay live stream for Have a Nice Death. Today, we've got an amazing show planned for you. I am so stoked to be here. Ooh, I'm popping off already. I can't wait to play this game. It's so much fun. So today, we're going to be showing off live, uncut gameplay of Have a Nice Death. We're going to be showing off some of the gameplay systems, some of the first two worlds, including their bosses, a bunch of spells and weapons, bonuses, curses, the meta progression, the characters, the buffs, the healing, the whole shebang. It's gonna be just fantastic. All the things. But first, I know you want to see the gameplay, and I really want to start jamming on this too. But quick round of introductions and announcements. Have a Nice Death, this fantastic title you're about to see today, is a new hand-drawn 2D action roguelike where you get to play as Death, CEO of Death Incorporated, as you traverse the departments of Death Inc. to smack some sense into your unruly subordinates and show them who's boss. Most importantly, we are less than 24 hours away from Have a Nice Death Steam Early Access launch, which is tomorrow around 10 a.m. Pacific time on Steam. You will be able to play this awesome game you're about to see tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time. We're ready. This is so awesome. It's been, years in the making, and we're entering early access, which means that we're going to be looking to you, the community, our fans, for feedback, and we've got some really cool content planned in the future. So, you can help us shape this amazing roguelike experience. Quick introductions. I am SoFetch, community manager for Gearbox Publishing. We're the publisher on Have a Nice Death. And the developers are Magic Design Studios. They're a small indie dev out of France, known for their first game, Unruly Heroes, and now Have a Nice Death. And last thing before we jump in, I know you all want to win some free stuff. Shoutouts to our good friends at Razer, always hooking you guys up with a chance to win something cool. And today they've got the Wolverine V2 controller, perfect for playing Have a Nice Death on. So the link for that should be in the title on Twitch, down in the description on YouTube, or if you're watching this after the fact, you should be able to find it there as well. And also you can see the link right there. So yeah, go ahead, completely free. You have a chance to win a sweet controller from our good friends at Razer. All right, and without further ado, I'm just so excited I want to start playing. So let's go ahead and switch over. All right, here we are. This is the game. So as we're jumping in here, I want to remind you all that this is still a development build that I'm playing on right now. So there's a chance that the things that you see here are not representative of what will be in the build tomorrow when you're actually playing it. But for the most part, it should be relatively the same. And also the nature of early access titles is that things will change over the course of development. So where we're at right now, I skipped the tutorial and I've played through a few runs just to unlock some things. So yeah, you'll see there's some of the characters here. We can chat with them. I'm just gonna go in and we'll start beating things up so I can show you how fast this game is and how fluid and fun it is to press buttons. I'll end up talking about a lot of these systems as we go through, but this is the first stage in the Hall of Eternity. All right. I still need to get warmed up. Hopefully I can make it pretty far in this. We want to show the entirety of the first 2 levels, and there will be 5 in at early access launch tomorrow that you will be able to play. Okay. So, a lot of things to cover. I know we want to see more combat, but before we head on, I want to show you guys some cool stuff here with the menus. So, this is the map. This is the first level that we just opened up. This is basically where you spawn every time. I can see there's a weapon down there that I missed, so we're gonna go get that. I'm glad I opened the map. You'll be able to see all of the environment that you traverse through, and it uncovers as you go. So this will be a weapon. All right, nice. The Kaze Kunai, this is excellent. So you'll see in the top left there, it pops up, it fills one of those cells. We're able to switch these back and forth too. So if we want it on B or Y or whatever your controller input is, you can switch those over. I generally like having these ones on Y, it feels more comfortable for me. And this is what's called a cape weapon. So Death actually transforms his cape to use these weapons. You'll see they're like a purplish color. And this one has 2 charges and it has a cooldown. So all of the cape weapons have a cooldown. This one's pretty short. And also you can use these in the air too. All right, as we go through these, you'll hit an elevator at the end of each stage and you'll be able to choose where to go next. So at the top above that, you can see there's those little dots, icons. Those are each of the floors. So the red one at the end is the boss of the first world. That'll be Brad. And you can see next one, next one, next one, next one. It'll give you a random selection. So for this, we definitely want to go to the Prismium deposit. Maybe for some of them, I'll let you guys choose, but I want to show off as much stuff as we can. So I'll be selecting strategic floors to try to unlock the best things. But this is all random. I have not played this seed yet. I have no idea what we're going to encounter. All right, this will be what's called an arena. So it puts us in this little tight enclosed quarters and throws a bunch of stuff at us. So we gotta be careful. These flying books, they spawn a page, and when the page is active, it has a hitbox. So you gotta be a little bit careful when you're next to them before they spawn it. These guys are big ghosts. You can see they're kind of in sync right now. Yeah, coordinated swimming. All right, I took some damage there. Unfortunate, but that's all right. And this is called a cairn. So when you, there's a lot to talk about here. When you defeat an arena, you get a cairn, which has a bunch of resource, and also you get an item. So this item that we've got now is a passive. It's called Ad Vitam Plus, and it increases our max HP. Here we go. So it increases our max HP. So at the top, you can see our HP bar. It's that white bar. So you've got the white section of it, you've got the gray section of it, and you've got the black section of it. The black is like unrecoverable health unless you get true healing. The gray is recoverable health, which we will get healing items, and there's other things like leech that you can get that will heal that back. But for the most part, when you take damage, it's not coming back unless you get pretty lucky. This right here is a pile of prismium, and you can see it explode there, or I'm sorry, solary. So that was the solary. When it explodes, you get the little ghost-looking dudes, and you can see in the top right corner of your screen, that is our resource. So as you pick up the solary, it's basically like you're just beating these guys up and taking their lunch money. That's the resource that you use to purchase things and buy upgrades. You can buy healing items from that. You can buy buffs. And this, what we just picked up, that blue orb, that's called Anima. And you can see it went to the top left. It's right above our health bar. So now we have a blue orb up there and 2 empty spots. So if we activate that, that will heal, the blue one will heal our gray health. This is also a really important resource. I'm glad that we got this so early. So in the top right, you'll also notice there's solary, and this is the prismium that I was mentioning. And these are very rare, but you definitely want those. And hopefully we'll get an opportunity to show what those are later. So these fire ghosts, they shoot this projectile out and they kind of seek you, so you have to be a little bit on your toes, because, yeah, like that one. And I got hit again. All right, that's okay. Off to a good start. It's all right, it's just a warm-up match. This gives me an opportunity to show you how the anima works. So, there we go. And the dodging too, you get iframes when you dodge. It's pretty generous, and you can attack cancel out of it as well. There we go, open up this cairn. Oh, nice. We'll talk about the curse rerolls later. So I did take a lot of damage there, and we have an anima. So I can press LB, and you see in the top left there, it uses the anima, and it heals some of that recoverable health. Awesome. We're gonna go to equipment storage here so we can show off as many items as we can. When I get a spot to show it, actually, let's do that right now. I want to show off some of the combat now that you've seen how the flow of the game works. And we can go here to options, check out the control scheme. The only thing that you're missing is the pause button in the bottom left, but you can fully customize these too. Like I can move over here and we can press this to whatever you want. So the basics of the controls are, you can jump, right? You can short hop too if you just tap it. You can jump. When you're close to a ledge, if you jump, then you'll vault over it, like this. So you don't actually have to get all the way up onto it. So there are some ledges that look like they're too high, and you can sort of get up them like that. Also, of course, you've got your basic attack sequence, which by default has 4 hits. You can delay them a little bit too. You can use them in the air as well. Really nice, you can air combo things. Of course, we've got our dash. It has a bit of a cooldown, so if you're just mashing it, it won't come out. So you gotta keep track of that. Of course, you can air dash. You can up attack as well from the ground, which puts you in the air, and you can down attack. So you can up attack into a down attack. And you can do some crazy wild things like this, right? Where you like, do like this, and then dash, and then this, and then dash. Let's see if I can keep it going for a little bit longer. Nope, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, got a weapon. All right, nice. So we showed the Kaze Kunai. We got that just a little bit ago. Now we've got the fire arrow, and you can see this one has a green circle around it. That means this one's magic. And you can see that this has some requirements for it on the tooltip as well. So it just went there to the top left. You can see that on B, and it uses mana when we press this. The mana regens really fast, but if we completely drain our mana, then it doesn't regen for a few seconds. So you want to be a little bit careful there. And you can combo into and out of a lot of your abilities. So we want to be careful with these guys. The big ghosts, they do a lot of damage. We've kind of got a range build going here. Nice. This looks like an arena. Make sure we didn't skip anything. Okay, we got that weapon. Excellent. Now, another thing to notice is below the scythe is a pink bar. I'm gonna use that right now. That's your fury. So you can use any of the weapons that you've got and activate their fury mode. And you see it just goes crazy. It's like an ultimate. Yep, these guys. Whoop. All right, not too shabby. Excellent. We got an anima drop out of that too. Gonna use that heal right now. Ooh, okay. So a Thanager is what we call a mini boss in this game. They're kind of like the right hand person or thing, of whatever the boss is of this world. So this one is going to be Will Hung, you'll see. And here we have Mr. Osha. He gives us bonuses. So there are these things called bonuses and curses. And you see below this, we have a reroll. We got one of those earlier. None of these have a curse on them yet. However, you can see the tree. So each one of these, as you go up, you can see there's red, blue, and green paths. And there's red, blue, and green right here. So if we were to choose green, then it would move up to the next level. And you can see on green here in the bottom right, the next one is purple, which means that if I choose green the next time, that will also have a curse. So, yeah, you guys can see the tooltips there. They pop up. I think we're gonna go with the Solar, even though I think the other ones are a little better, but we wanna be able to purchase some cool things later on if we get the opportunity. So I'm just gonna pick the Solar now. There we go. Poops it out, and now we have a ton of money. There's a lot of things here. I'm gonna try to kill as much as I can without skipping things. You can totally just like run past them, but you wanna get the soulary and you wanna get the buffs. And there's other things that you can receive from them as well. Passive bonuses, actually there's one. So let me take a little bit of damage here. So this gives you leech. So as I took a little bit of damage and it gave me some of that gray health. And now you notice to just the right of my B button there, there's a countdown timer going. That's this buff that I just got, and it gives you leech, and so when you attack things, it regenerates your gray health. And it's gone already, so now we're entering into the mini boss arena. This guy has super delayed attacks, and we actually have a pretty good build to fight him too. But if we dash too early, he tracks. So gotta be a little careful. There we go, we can mess him up, get him stunned right here. Some of our abilities, watch out for this. We're gonna blast him with the Fury, see if we can get him stunned again. Nice. Our Fury's back already too, we're doing so much. So let's try the Fury of the Fireball there, boom. Nice, looking good. All right, I don't think we took damage there. Off to a good start. So for beating a Thanager, even though they're generally more challenging than a lot of the other bosses, and well, I say challenging, but I kind of just blew through that. I've been playing this game a lot over the last like 2 months, and I've basically been playing this game for over a year at this point. So some of these things I'm pretty familiar with. And also this is like the first 2 stages, so they're considerably easier than like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th ones. All right, I wanna take the infuse here. So when you get an infuse, it means that anytime you connect with damage, you get some kind of bonus from it. And this one is lightning, so I wanna show this off, it's really cool. And let's open this cairn, see what we get, a bunch of money. You see the little bit of lightning flash there. All right, on to the next one. Oh, chat, you're so lucky. I can't believe this is happening. All right, so we get a shop or a control room. I can't wait to show this. This is so cool. So you've seen what our side looks like, right? We do the 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got the air attacks, got the down attack, the up attack, down attack. All right, so here's 2 of our buddies. This is Jacob and this is Orville. And we can talk to either one of them and use both of their menus. And I skipped through the tutorial. I played a few runs, so we're not seeing tutorial prompts. I'm trying to avoid as many spoilers as we can. I'm just gonna be mashing through all the dialogue and stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. But here you can see these 2 guys in the control room allow you to upgrade and transform. So on the upgrade menu, we can choose any of these. We can see the green text is what will be improved if we were to upgrade it. Now we can spend all that soulary that we earned, and so I'm glad I took that as one of the bonuses, and we can spend the prismium as well. So the soulary cost is what the upgrade cost is over there. So we need to spend 50 soulary. However, you can spend a prismium and instantly get that. So it's 1 prismium and it doesn't matter how much soulary it costs, it just instantly unlocks it. However, soulary is also useful for upgrading your scythe. So there are different branching paths that you can have upgrade the scythe. So we definitely want to upgrade the scythe because this scythe is so much fun. So we are going to spend the prismium on this. We've got a brand new weapon that I don't know if we've ever shown this before. And also I'm gonna spend a little bit of soulary to upgrade the scythe, so our damage is gonna be pretty good here. It requires 100 to upgrade to the next rank. These weapons are okay. I don't think, well. All right, let's upgrade the fire arrow as well. There we go. Cool. So fire arrow pretty much looks the same. It adds a burn effect now. However, we have disc scythe, so check this out. Whew, look at that. Hot damn. And so this has completely different moveset as well. It's not very good in the air though. Whereas the base scythe, you can do a lot of combos in the air, this cannot. However, it does pull the enemy towards them with the second hit, and the spin does so much, especially with infuse. We've got a pretty strong build going here already. Right before hitting this world boss. So the world bosses are called sorrows. They're sort of the big bads of each of the departments. This first department is the Hall of Eternity. And we're about to see Brad, he's a security guard. You see all the souls piling in behind him. You'll see a security gate to the right as well. Try to mash through the dialogue so we don't spoil too much here. That lightning's doing some work for us. All right, watch out here. You can blow him up in the corner. Oh, we got him stunned, nice. So I'm gonna use the Fury. The Fury changed with this weapon too. Oh, I got blasted. He does a lot of damage, but we are doing so much work to this guy. All right. Well, we got pretty lucky with our build. That was not a problem. And that's our first sorrow down. All right, good stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to have been able to accomplish that so quickly. I was a little bit nervous, and no doubt, like, this is a roguelike. You never have any idea what you're gonna come up on. So this increases our cloak damage, which we only have one cloak weapon, which is the kunai. And actually it has a little icon there in the top right of its little menu. You can see it's a cloak. And then down here, fire arrow. This one is a spell, it has the book, and then this is our scythe, which can't be moved. But you can switch fire arrow and kaze kunai, so whatever two weapons you have here, if you have two cloaks, two spells, or one of each, you can switch them back and forth freely on the buttons. So we're not really using the cloak too much. The defense is good, so I think I'm gonna take that. That'll allow us to see a little bit more content, hopefully. Open up the cairn, see what we get. Bunch of money, excellent. All right, that's the first stage down. Moving on to the second one. I figure we're gonna play through this twice. And we still have a lot of stuff to cover. So between worlds, you get this break room. And there's usually some NPCs in here that you can talk to. Actually, here's Jerry. We can say hi to him. What's up, Jerry? And a cool thing about the break room is there's a fridge, and you can steal what's in the fridge, but you only get to take what's in the fridge once throughout the entire run. So here we're in the break room for the first time. So we can take this now if we want, but we will never see anything else in the fridge ever for this entire run. So we probably want to save this. Getting the damage boost is nice, but I hope I can get through this without the damage boost. All right, on to the next one. And so what's in the fridge will change every level too. So if we don't like the damage boost now, maybe there'll be healing next time, maybe there will be defense. All right, and this is the pollution production department. This one, you see this little guy here is pointing us to the other way. Sometimes you go left, sometimes you go right. And here we're gonna see a lot of different enemies. They're really gonna ramp it up too. A lot of them have more projectiles, and they just have this toxic look to them. Okay. These little that dude on the left and the right here, these are splurties. They will shoot a projectile that homes in on you. And it can be pretty deadly, especially since the projectile shoots pretty fast. And these flying guys are sea glues. They choose a direction and they will fire a spread of 3 projectiles. So it's usually pretty easy to avoid, but when there's like 6 or 8 of them on the screen at once, then it can be pretty tough. Ooh, okay. So this weapon's pretty sweet, the Sis word. And you can see this one has a purple circle around it to indicate that this is a cloak weapon. Let's take this, we're gonna, it's also green quality. So it has a special effect to it. We're gonna take this, replace the kaze kunai. This one's fun. Like that. It does a lot of damage too. That little dude is a blobby. They get very angry and they charge at you. And their hitbox is active for a long time too, so you gotta watch out for that. This big dude is a petrol. They have a ton of health. And they also distance themselves from you. We have a ridiculous amount of damage with this build already. So here, maybe I can show it. The petrol, if you get too close to them, oftentimes they will backstep. Oh, nice. We get some max HP. Kind of need it right now. We can iframe through a lot of those things. All right, pretty easy first level. So I think we're gonna go to equipment storage on this one. Get a nice little jam there when you're in the elevator. Ooh, it's always good to see OSHA here, because we're just gonna get a straight buff. Ah, and see, these ones have curses. You see at the bottom, there's that little seal, and it says, warning, this bonus is associated with a penalty. And again, we can pop this open, and we can see what's next on the path. But each time that you reach a buff station with Mr. OSHA, then it changes what these buffs are. So they won't be there next time, or they could be, but it's random. So we can heal 20 when we kill a sorrow. That's really good for the long run. We can refill our frenzy a little bit more, or we can reduce the spell cost. So I want to pick one of these two. Let's just choose the spell cost reduction so I can show you what the penalties are. So here, you get a curse. So we get to choose which curse, and again, these are random too. So crows are speedier, or the spooksman gain damage. Well, I don't know if we're gonna see that many crows. Spooksman, yeah, let's do the crow one. Maybe we'll see some more crows. I don't think there are too many spooksmen on this stage, but they return on a different one. And we may be able to see the crows later. These blobbies will charge really quick at you, and sometimes they'll come from off screen too. Because they can see you, even though we can't see them. Yep, just like that. All right, gonna heal that up. Try to play the range game. Nice. So that pill that I picked up too quick, that gives you a little bit of like a pure heal. These guys in the sky are called stormies. They shoot in diagonal directions. You get curses that cause them to shoot different projectiles in different directions as well. Nice, that arena wasn't too bad. More max HP, I'll take it. Oh, that guy had a ton of money. Dang, he must have been investing. All right, Kaze Kunai again. More max HP, I'll take it. He had a 401k, yeah. So we may get the opportunity to reroll a curse. Ooh, these guys are called Boombas. They're incredibly dangerous. So you see that big explosion projectile there, and also they shoot a laser beam. So when you're sandwiched between two of them, it can be really tough to escape. Oh, nice, Star Raving Mad. You see, this has an orange coloration because it is of much higher quality. So even though we upgraded the fire arrow, I want to show this off. This is pretty sweet. This uses basically all of your mana, boom, to call down a meteor shower. We're gonna hang on to that one. Probably be able to use that on the next boss to great effect. Except for the charge, get through it. Try to zone them out with the meteors. Nice. Cool. These guys also we don't really want to be sandwiched between. Below the mana bar, you see a little buff icon there. It's because we took damage and we get a retaliate, which means that when you take damage, you gain a buff or a bonus. And we picked up the defense one, which gives us armor. So if we were to have gotten hit again when that was up, we would have taken considerably less damage. All right, get to hit a shot. The game for the first two stages it's relatively easy. The difficulty super ramps up, like it takes a massive leap once you get to the third stage, and then the fourth stage after that, you get another huge leap in difficulty, and the fifth stage too, dang. All right, so this is our buddy Mark. Cool thing about the store is there's usually a healing item. So we can spend this to gain 1 charge of anima. There we go, we'll probably need that later. You can also purchase weapons, and we can talk to little cat here to upgrade the store. So if we were to do this, you need to have a prismium to do it, which we spent our prismium already to get disc scythe. But doing that would give you an extra hand here, and it would reroll the other 2. So even if we were to purchase this one and then upgrade, then you would have like 3 fresh items here. Oh, you guys want to see another mini boss, another Thanager? Yeah, let's do it. So Slyma, the Thanager that we're coming up to, it's not really an employee, it's more like a pet. It's like a toxic radioactive barrel that Mr. Gordon Grimes, the sorrow of this world, he keeps around just because he thinks it's cute. I mean, I think it's cute too. So we actually don't have a very good build for this because we want to be able to attack Slyma in the air. And if we had the base scythe, we'd be able to get a 4-hit combo, but we do not have that right now. Okay, good stun. Watch out for this. There's a lot of projectiles going on here. Watch out for the explosion. So Slyma puts these little webs up, and those will drop down like these orbs that you have to be careful of, and you also want to avoid Slyma on the ground too. That explosion has such a lingering hitbox, it lasts for a long time. I want to show off more of the fight where, even though we don't have a great build for this, we end up with a lot of really good bonuses. That lightning is just doing work. All right. Well, we have a curse, or a curse removal, so I want to show that off. And also we have a reroll. So I'm not really feeling any of these, so I want to reroll them. There we go. Retaliate, launching the pikes is good. That does quite a bit of damage. So, all right, we'll take that one, even though we're pretty low health. And you can see we can choose between these curses, or we can just nullify them. All right, no curse. We are certainly getting lucky with this build. And so at any time you can just open up the menu and see what all of your bonuses and your penalties are. See? You can see your weapons, you can see the map. Also, there's a bunch of cool lore here in the employee handbook, which you can go through on your own time. There's some really fun stuff here. There's like, you know, information about all the characters, pretty cool stuff. And you have to see them in order to unlock that too. Nice, we'll take this leech. It's kind of why you want to kill everything, is because you get a lot of currency from it and you get these buffs. So we're healing up a lot. Especially right before going into the Sorrow, the world boss. All right, gotta assume the gamer post for this one. Also the music, the track on this boss fight is just a banger. This guy can really mess you up. He's got a few attacks that I am not so good at avoiding, as you see. I like to play a little dangerous because you can keep the pressure on if you can use the iframes to dodge through a lot of his attacks. Nice, our build is crazy strong right now. We push him to phase 2, so each of his attacks is going to be enhanced. Watch out for the follow-up here. Sometimes he does it, sometimes he don't. This attack gets kind of crazy too. Watch out for the follow-up, there it is. We're gonna iframe this one with the Fury. God, it does so much damage. All right, we got pretty lucky here. I was not expecting to shred these bosses like we did, but hey, I'll take it. All right, another round of good stuff. So for the criticals, this is just for cloak. We won't have a chance to show this off this run, but you'll notice that there will be orange text pop up when you get a crit. So the game releases tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time into Steam Early Access. Check it out, it's pretty sweet. We're only showing off the first 2 worlds today. Well, actually, let's show off a little bit of the third. So you see, last time I think this was a damage buff, and this time it's a heal. So this will completely full heal us. We don't want to use that though. I'm just gonna hop into the third world so I can show it. And we're gonna die, so I can hit back to our office. And I want to show off some of the stuff in the office, and then we'll get another run in. So this is the disease division. This is world 3. And you'll notice some pretty drastically different enemies who do a ton of damage. There we go. All right, rip. Rest in paperwork. And you'll notice we're earning a lot of ingots. And the better you perform, the more ingots you get. That's sort of the meta currency in Have a Nice Death. And we'll show that off once we get back. So, after dying or resetting a run, or completing a run, you will wind up here back in your office. Just blowing through that paperwork. Here's everybody's favorite, Pumpkin. Watching out for, what is this, I wonder? So this guy is Joe. He's kind of tweaked out on coffee, but he's still cool. And he sells us unlocks that we can use the ingots for. And you'll notice the bars, and they have progressive notches. So when you reach the progress, like here we go for this repairer, you see we've hit that 80% mark, so we get an 80% discount on purchasing this item. A bunch of these, we've hit the last mark, so they're really cheap. So we can pick these up, we can pick these up. This one, what else do we get? Here we go. Killed Gordon, here we go. Killed Brad. This one. Nice, all right, so we've unlocked those, so they should start showing up in future runs. And also you can get food here. So these will show up inside the refrigerator. And these ones are significantly more challenging to unlock. They require they have much steeper requirements, but they're also really good. Like plus 50 HP for 2 minutes, it's really good. It's like a last stand. And then, you know, damage for 2 minutes and all this other jazz. But they're very expensive too. We don't quite have enough to purchase any of these ones. We could go back and like unlock this. So yeah, why not? Let's just spend the rest of what we got. Maybe we'll see some of these. I think that's all I can purchase. All right, cool. I've played, I think this is my 5th or 6th run on this profile, so I wanted to build up enough currency that we could see a bunch of other unlocks. Yes, the game will be $14.99 US dollars on Steam tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time, early access. Oh gee, it feels weird with the normal scythe now, I forgot. And the first stage in Hall of Eternity is usually pretty simple. Most of Hall of Eternity is not that challenging. Depending on how well we do here, I may actually hop into the third world and show mini boss. Might show a Thanager. I don't think I'll kill it though. I think the build that I had in that run just wasn't that hot. I'm surprised I made it that far. All right, oh, you know, we should check to see if there's any weapons here. Nope. Do we want to see the Prismium again? Well, we kind of showed off that weapon already, so actually, let's go to OSHA. We'll be able to highlight a few more of the bonuses and curses. So this will be on Steam, and then we're working on other platforms as well. We haven't announced which ones yet or when that will be, but for now, the game will be in Steam Early Access. Tomorrow. Yep, I got blasted. I picked up that armor though, so I hardly took any damage. I think I fell into it. I saw it drop. You can get behind these guys, but they do have a little bit of a sweep back on their uppercut. You wanna be a little careful. Ah, here's the crows. So we got a curse from last run. All right, we got a curse from last run that made them swifter. That does not apply to this run. You can see how fast they are already. As the iframes get behind him. All right, not too shabby. Nice, we get shockwave here. This one's fun. It just pulses an AoE around you. Oop. I need to switch that. Here we go. I like having my spells on B. Boom, like that. And that uses a ton of your mana. So if you drain your mana, even if it's just with one spell, then it has to take a while to recharge. Healing when we open a cairn, that might be good because it took a lot of damage already. Retaliate is on hit, so I hope I'm not getting hit that much. Let's go with a heal. Let's see if we can survive a little longer. The nice thing about this spell is it has huge pushback and stun too. But some enemies are much more resistant to stun. Like this big boy here, the big ghost. Watch out for the lariat. Jeez. You rattled my bones on that one. A punch to the face. All right, chat, I'll let you choose. Do you want to see the Thanager again, or do you want to risk it for a different weapon? I'll let you choose. The first thing I see in chat. Do you want to see the Thanager fight again? Equipment storage, there it is. All right, you got it. Sometimes these will have like 2 or 3 weapons because you're guaranteed to get a weapon on this, but it's a roguelike, so you get random rolls on some of the stages and you'll see many weapons on some of them. We might even get a weapon drop from this cairn, so I'm glad I took the healing from this one. Oh. I want to get this crow so that he's not messing me up. All right, not too bad. Here's one weapon. Oh, nice, it's the boomerang. Here we go. Yeah, check it. Pretty sweet. This has a very short cooldown too. It just doesn't do that much damage though, but it's still pretty cool. If you hit him at max range, I guess it does a lot of damage. Watch out. Projectiles cannot go through walls. They can, however, go through the platforms. So this is like a solid, this is a solid wall. This over here is a solid wall, so they won't be able to hit me through that. And here's an Eternal Mana. It's just a passive buff that gives us increase to our mana. Check for the projectile on this side. Another arena, so we really want to use the walls to our advantage here. You see the guys in the bottom left, they aren't able to hit us because of that wall. Whew. Oh! All right. My range is a little off, but we're making it work. Need that extra health. Sweet. We're gonna hit the vaults on this one. Generally in the vaults, they just have a ton of cool stuff. So we could see a weapon or a spell here. We could see Mr. OSHA. We could see some permanent buffs. These guys can hit me on this platform. See that? I gotta be real careful. I think we're gonna use the Fury. There we go, just be safe. Scissword, we saw this one already. It's the same rarity as the others. I kind of like what we've got going now. Like having one spell and one cape weapon. Mr. OSHA. I think we need the defense. A little bit low on health. Let's take the D. So Max is, yeah, I guess he's a lanky looking dude. He's one of the Sorrows. We won't be showing him off on this stream. He's too cool to show on this stream. Some of the later fights are just absolutely incredible. I made quick work of the last couple Sorrows. This build is definitely not as strong, so hopefully we can get past them this time. We desperately need some healing. We're gonna take this Animaline, we're gonna use it right now, and we have enough for the hammer. So let's go ahead and take it. We'll get rid of Shockwave just so I can show this. It's pretty sweet. So this is the weapon that you start with when you complete the tutorial. It's very strong, but it also has a super long cooldown. It has high stun too, and it does lock you in your animation for quite some time. The book casts your spells. So when you have a spell, like the book is the thing that actually activates it, and the cloak that you're wearing over your business attire is the thing that uses these weapons. Something else before we get into this boss real quick is I mentioned animation canceling before. So as long as you're in the recovery of an attack, you can dash cancel it. So like, you have a long hit here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like the fourth hit is really long, but you can dash cancel it. And especially like on slower weapons like the hammer, being able to dash cancel out of those is pertinent to survival. All right, Brad. I don't have as good of a build this time as I did last time. So this is probably gonna take a little bit longer. Gotta watch out for the follow-ups. I don't think he did this last time because we killed him so quick. So there's a full line right here that you can't just sidestep. You have to dash through it or just be around it. This one he comes into the corner, so we know where he's going to be, and I can completely whiff. It's all part of the plan. Just make the stream last a little longer. Okay, dash through this. Fire in the wrong direction, all right. He goes to the corner, here we go. We're gonna pop Fury, see if we can get him stunned right here. Nope, not quite. He's pretty close though, I feel it. No stun. All right, nobody saw that, it's okay. Back in the corner again. Sometimes he does a swoop. And, oh, yep. Watch out for these rocks. So you see, it's not just the levels that are variable and the items you get, the boss mechanics are variable too. We're gonna Fury through this and just see if we can blast him right now. All right, all right. Got to show off a few more of his mechanics there. Brad's pretty easy. Also, this is the first boss, so I fought him probably hundreds of times. Actual hundreds of times. So we're gonna take this, retain. That means that when you're switching weapons in the middle of an attack, you get a bonus damage. And also, I think that just has passive damage to our scythe as well. Yeah, the scythe gains 2 damage and we gain retain. Pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm really making this look easy. Sometimes it's like that, and sometimes you just get completely obliterated. Oh. What do we have here? So this is a pure heal. Well, I think I'm gonna use this now just so we can guarantee that we'll make it back to Gordon Grimes, the sorrow of this second world. Yeah, Max is tough. Max is really tough. I had a good run going up to him, and he just like chained me with some of these abilities, and well, needless to say, it was no longer a good run and I was dead. We gotta take care of these Boombas. They will overwhelm us with explosions. And this laser is just brutal. Uh-oh, okay. Fine, we can down attack. My hammer reach is not on point today. Oh, you know, something else I forgot to mention is there is a down attack. So if you're grounded and you press down, it does this. I hardly ever use it because it locks you in for a long enough time that I feel like I can just do more damage with a basic attack, but maybe it'll be good for you. I know that a lot of people do like using this, and it's a good AoE attack. It hits on both sides, especially if you air down, because this has high stun on it, so you can kind of stun things and then go right into this. And also, I totally forgot to mention, there's a charge attack. Yeah, I never use it. I don't like to stand still in combat, but it does a fair amount of damage. I can't believe I forgot that. And you can get bonuses and stuff too that buff this. See, that's why I don't like using the charge attack. I'm just not good at it. All right. See if we can get a leech drop or something else here to heal up a little bit. Check the map. All right, yeah, this one's pretty linear. Oh, I'll show the map on World 3 after this, because the World 3 maps are much larger. I think we want to hit Vault. I think we have the highest chance of seeing new and unique things if we go to Vault here. Take care of both of those guys, get through. So we gotta watch out for the blobby. Ooh, good stun. I was in the process of dashing into him there, so I'm glad I was able to cancel that. All right, hit up Mr. OSHA. Okay, inflation. We have another retaliate that refills the frenzy gauge and then spell damage up. So we don't actually have any spells right now. So the spell damage up isn't gonna do too much for us. I think I wanna see one of these curses. So we'll do this. What kind of curse do we get? Oh, all minions gain +1 damage. So anything that isn't a Thanager or a Sorrow, so the bosses, basically, a mini boss or a boss, gains +1 the damage. Or blobbies can spawn enemies. That seems really dangerous. Let's take that. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to show it off. Yeah, so you can use these little zips too. So I can, maybe you can, maybe get up there? Yeah, you can get up there with just your normal attacks. If I do it right, there we go. Yeah, it gets you up there. But also you can use these little zips that just take you straight up. This is an arena. I have to Fury right now. We have to take these guys out as quick as we can. Yeah, there's more of them. Oh, this is not looking good. That was a little bit late. My hammer hits are totally off today, but... Hey, did you guys see how hectic that was? Dang, I got through that no problem. All right. Yeah, sometimes you can just turn it up. So we have 70 Solary. That is enough to upgrade one weapon. We could reroll one of those curses, but they're kind of fun. So let's just go to the hazardous floor. See what kind of hazards they got in store for us. I'm really feeling the lack of damage though. Probably should have upgraded my weapon. used my up attack already. Oh, look, he's got a little buddy. Oh, gee, I'm taking so much damage. We need to Fury again here. Gotta keep ourselves alive. Yeah, so you see those blobbies spawning extra dudes. That's one of the curse. All right, I will take this anima, thank you. Into another arena with more blobbies. I couldn't cancel that one fast enough. That's why I got hit there. I went to go dash, but it was too late. The splurties are definitely the most dangerous. These blobbies can't really hit us if we're up top, so. All right. Nice. Woo. Those iframes, man. Shockwave again. It's kind of too bad. I was hoping we'd see another spell or weapon there. But maybe there's, okay. We can go left or right here. Let's travel down this way. Ooh, nice. We haven't seen too many of these drops. Sometimes you just get a million of them and sometimes you don't get any. But this is good. I don't want to pick it up just yet. All right, cool. So this is espresso coffee and this adds pure heal. So there's normal anima, which is blue, and there's pure anima, which is yellow. We haven't gotten any of those yet, unfortunately, but we've also got a coffee, which is like an anima where it will heal your gray health, and you have this espresso coffee, which is a pure heal. So this is one of the only things that will heal the black bar health. So you can see there, now we're sitting pretty. Now we're doing really well. And that's kind of why you want to fight all the things. Okay, let's head back. We should be able to make it there and back pretty quick. Because there is another path over here, which has a weapon. Oh, the dagger. Oh, I'm not very good at using this, but we're gonna take it. It's gonna replace our hammer, because I'm really bad at hammer today. So this does backstab damage. It's pretty sweet. Check it out. Just go Fists of Fury. And if you can hit an enemy in the back, it does a considerable amount more damage. And this has its own air attack too. See? It keeps you in the sky. So shop, we may be able to buy a weapon or we can get some anima. We're gonna take this, that'll help us for the boss, and fire arrow, we've seen that before. All right, chat, what do you wanna see? You wanna see the Thanager we fought already, or do you want a chance at getting a brand new weapon? You wanna see the run back on Slyma, or the potential of seeing new weapons? I'll leave it up to you guys, whatever I see first. Equipment, all right, there it is. Sorry everybody that wanted to see Slyma. We fought Slyma earlier, so it's good, you know, it'll give us another chance to see what kind of weapons we've got going for us. I knew I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay, because we picked up Leech. So it's ticking down. We want to find stuff as quick as we can. Beat up on this guy real quick. There you go. You can see that yellow text. That was doing criticals. So because we were hitting this guy from the back. We absolutely need to Fury here. I don't know if this guy has a butt. All right, Sisword again. That's pretty fun. Oh, we got him before he teleported away. I thought something was gonna spawn over there. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of dudes. I wasn't, okay. Hey, we still got him in the back. Cursory roller, all right, not too bad. Check the map here. That Splurty is gonna be really dangerous. I'm glad we were able to get a little bit off. Oh, okay, so I picked up a gray pill there and it gives us gray life. It dropped and I just got it really fast, so it just kind of happened. But you see we have a full bar of gray, almost a full bar of gray life now. This room's really dangerous. Gotta use the iframes. Puts you in this tiny little box. Oh, I moved a little too quick there. We have more space now. I want to get, there we go. I wanted to get that low health dude. There we go, clean it up. Oh, nice. The Revelation bow. We featured that on our social post today. So I think I'll get rid of Boomerang. We've shown that enough. The bow is incredible. It does root you for quite some time. You can see I'm gonna like, well, I canceled out of it, but I'm moving, I'm holding to move, and you're stuck for that long. And also in the sky, it takes a while to shoot as well, but it recharges really fast. You get 2 hits of it. And now we've got the Arashi kunai, which is different than the other kunai we showed. So this one doesn't have charges, and it is much slower, but it also does considerably more damage. And it roots you in place for quite a while, and it has a longer cooldown. Let's come up to a flat location here. However, this kunai, the Arashi kunai, is great in the air because it's instant. So each of the weapons has their own little unique quirks. And here we'll get to Gordon Grimes. Oh yeah, there are guns, definitely. Very large ones at that. And we did kind of get lucky with our build right there at the end. We have a lot of ranged attacks. But I don't think any of our weapons are upgraded. So we won't be doing too much damage to him. However, we can pull some fun stuff like that. Yep. Swag on him a little bit. Use the iframes to dash through his punch. So let me show what that punch is like. See how far that thing goes? And these, watch out for them. Always the 4th one. This is the big one. Get those iframes. Ooh, I'm on it today. He's gonna switch to phase 2 soon, so we're gonna use our Fury, get him stunned, and do extra damage. They usually switch to phase 2 around 50%. He's immune right now until he shows his eyes. All right, watch out for this. I suck really bad at this mechanic. I always get blasted by that one. Oh, the follow-up. 1, 2, 3, and you have to dash 4. Okay, watch for the follow-up. He's got another mechanic too. I want to see if he does it. There it is. Eyes to the sky. All right. Watch for the follow-up. Nope. Oh, it sucks being in front of him here. Oh, okay. Ah! Ah! Rip. Well, we almost had him. He was really low. If I would have Furied there, we would have had him no problem. Rest in paperwork. All right. Well, that lines up pretty good with the amount of time that we wanted to get through today, which is pretty sweet. And I am gonna show off a little bit of World 3. So you see some of the new things that we unlocked are popping up here. So you have some pretty stretch goals. Look at all these tiles. You see how many things we unlocked, how many things we picked up. Look, there's some weapons here that we didn't even get to show. There's a hammer here, there's lightning here, right? There's like different types of the scythes. Oh, those 2 up there, those are pretty good. This one right here is pretty sweet too. And usually when we come down here, someone is gonna talk smack to us and tell us about the boss that just killed us. So you definitely wanna talk to everybody who you can talk to. All right, but that's not all. Let's show off a little bit of World 3. I don't wanna spoil too much. So I have a save here. I forgot what weapons I have. Yeah, I have no idea how far in we are. Oh, this is Harriet, Coach. She's really cool. She just gives you some tutorial advice and also talks smack to you when you die to bosses. So I think my build's really good. Let's see what hold on. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, bonuses and curses, the penalties, the curse that we have, Stormy Shoot additional projectile. So the bonus, our cloak is buffed, heal when you kill a sorrow, gain frenzy when we get hit, launches an energy wave, and survive a fatal attack with 1 HP. I don't know if we've triggered that yet. I hope we haven't, so I can show a little bit of the standard that we're up against. Something else, oh, okay, actually I have 2 cool weapons to show off. Check this out, boom, yeah. Also, the air attack for this is incredible. The stun on this weapon is just absurd, but it is very slow. And also this one, I forgot what that one's called. Let's see. The Brutum Hammer and the Pulse Sword. Yeah, Pulse Sword is so sick. It moves you forward, so you have to move yourself forward when using that, but it shoots projectiles out, and it does an absurd amount of damage if you use it close range. And also, because we have this buff, the launch an energy wave. So anytime we connect with damage, you're gonna see a shockwave come out of us. Like, it's shooting over there to the left side. It's doing a ton of extra damage. Watch out for this guy. They shoot these little projectiles, and that hitbox lingers for a long time. Okay. These hearts explode when they die. So you gotta be real careful. They have an audio cue for it too. You gotta listen for it. Ooh, this build is good. Wow, this build's really good. We're getting crits too. So one of our weapons must have crit. Let's check. Ah, yes, that's why. So we've upgraded to level 2 Scythe, and we've got the Shockwave, and it has crit. It has crit for all weapons. Charged attacks deal extra damage, and all weapons gain crit. So we've got 15% crit on top of this weapon being upgraded, on top of having the Shockwave. And you see the yellow text there. That's our crits. Okay. Boss must be up top. And so you can use these little guys to boost yourself if you hit them. See? It's pretty sweet. And then, like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, like this platform is a little bit too high to get up, but you can vault over the edge. Or you can just use like an up attack. The movement options in this game are absolutely insane. It's so fun and fluid. And that's something that you can't really explain until you get your hands on it. It plays great. All right, so this is the Thanager of World 3. I want to show off a few of his abilities. I don't think we'll kill him. I'll let you guys do that. I'm just gonna try to avoid him. Oh, well, try to avoid him. Show off a few of his mechanics. He poops out little babies. Oh, there's more of them. Yeah, so you can kill them, but you can also have them run into things. And you can swag on this guy a little bit too, do some damage to him after he's passed. I'm still alive somehow. All right, and that's it. R.I.P. in peace, Death. Does Death actually die? No, he just respawns. Death can't die, he's already dead. I think that was the first run on this profile. Yeah, I had a pretty good one. So let's see what else we unlocked here. Maybe there'll be some slight spoilers for you guys. Oh, Pumpkin telling us about the book and telling us about some cool stuff here. All right, but that is gonna have to do it for us today. That was so much fun. Thank you all so much for joining us. Before we go, one last plug, big shout out to our good friends at Razer for hooking you all up with a chance to win one of 2 of these controllers that you can play Have a Nice Death on. This is a great controller. I have the version 1 of this. It's super cool. It has extra buttons on the top too that you can rebind. Oh, and the cable that comes with it is threaded. It's such a fantastic controller. The buttons feel great. They're nice and tactile. Yeah, Razer, just awesome products. I can't speak highly enough about them. Sign up to win. The link is right there. It's also in the title on Twitch, and it will be in the description on YouTube. So definitely check that out later. But that's gonna do it for us for today. What a great stream. I had so much fun playing this. It was great. It was awesome that I was able to show off all the content that I wanted to. I only died a little bit, yeah. But we showed off a ton of weapons, ton of bonuses, ton of curses, lots of combat. We covered all the systems. Oh, it was so much fun. And again, Have a Nice Death is releasing into Steam Early Access tomorrow at around 10 a.m. Pacific time. So definitely hit up our store page right now. You can head to Steam right now and wishlist it, so you will be informed right when it goes live. I'm pretty sure they send an email to you once the game goes live. So just about wraps it up. Be sure to follow us on our Twitter and our Facebook, which the links for those are down below, and definitely hit up our Discord too. The link for that is down there. You know, the devs are there, I'm there, we're always chatting with you guys, and we want to hear your feedback for all those things. We're going to be adding a ton of more channels tomorrow morning, so there'll be a lot to discuss. There's like a spoilers channel if you want to talk about things there. There'll be a new player channel, so if you need help, you know, you can go there, ask questions, get some tips, discuss with other players the best strategies and all the cool items you're finding, you know, share all the amazing things this game has to offer. And we only even scratched the surface of this game in the stream today. We only showed the first 2 worlds. We skipped a bunch of the areas. We didn't, like, you know, we only showed like a quarter of the weapons, maybe, not even. And there's more bonuses, more curses, there's more Thanagers, there's more sorrows. There's basically 3 more worlds that we didn't show. I hardly showed any of World 3. We showed the map off a little bit. You can see it's a lot bigger there. Also, on one of our social posts, we showed off a map from World 3 where it's massive. It's got hearts and stuff everywhere. It's really cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. You know, we're just so incredibly excited to finally have this game out in the world tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time on Steam. So thanks for watching. We hope you play. Definitely hit us up on Discord. We'll be hanging out there, and we'll see you next time.